Golden Visa FAQ. Your biggest fears answered right now. Isn't Dubai unsafe now? I get this question constantly and it's legitimate. Something happened and people want to know, is Dubai actually safe? Here's what the data shows. Yes, there was a geopolitical incident. That's real. But when you look at the actual safety metrics, crime rate, accident statistics, security infrastructure, Dubai's safety profile hasn't fundamentally changed. It remains one of the safest cities in the world. What's more important, the business case for being in Dubai hasn't changed at all. Companies that were planning to set up operations here are still setting up. Professionals who were planning to relocate are still relocating. The expat community, which is massive by the way, is stable. People aren't fleeing. Few of them maybe. The headline creates anxiety, but the day-to-day reality is Dubai is functioning absolutely normally. Business are open, people are working, life is moving forward. If you are considering Dubai before the incident, the safety calculation hasn't actually shifted. What has shifted is your opportunity window. That's what matters. FAQ 2. Will property prices crash? This is where people get confused. So let me be precise about what's happening and uncertainty around it. There's a difference between a transaction slowdown and a price crash. What typically happens during geopolitical uncertainty is that the transaction volumes decrease, fewer people are buying and selling. That's real. But fewer transactions doesn't mean a major price collapse. They mean the market has just gone quiet. Think of it like a restaurant. If fewer people come through the door during a slow week, the menu prices don't automatically drop. The value of what you're selling stays the same. What we are seeing in Dubai right now isn't a price collapse. It's a slowdown in transaction activity. That's actually better for someone who wants to invest because it means less competition, more negotiating power, and you're buying into a market that will recover when activity picks up again. The fundamentals of Dubai real estate hasn't changed. The city is still attracting talent. Infrastructure is still world-class. Demand for residential and commercial properties from the international market is still there. Those fundamentals drive long-term prices appreciation. So will property prices crash? No, there will be a period of adjustment and opportunity. Absolutely. And that's where the smart money moves in. FAQ 3. Should I wait to apply for a visa? Here's the brutal truth about waiting. Uncertainty never completely disappears. There will always be another headline, another concern, another reason to wait a little longer. But the timing, the visa and the property market is different from anything like the stock market. With visas, the processing times are fixed. With property, when confidence returns and the smart money phase kicks in, prices move fast. Let me show you what happens when you wait. If you apply for a golden visa right now, you're looking at a standard processing time. You secure a property at current market prices. By the time your visa is approved and you're ready to move in, the recovery is likely already underway. You've locked in prices at the bottom. If you want 6 months, two things happen. First, property prices likely start recovering as the markets stabilize. You're buying higher than you would today. Second, other people realize the same thing you realize and visa applications queues get longer. Your processing time extends. If you wait until you feel certain, prices may have already moved significantly upward. Visa timelines might just increase and the opportunity cost, what you would have gained by acting earlier, becomes obvious. The smart move isn't to wait for certainty. The smart move is to act when the odds are in your favor. Right now, they are. The window doesn't stay open forever. FAQ 4. Is my company formation still safe legally? Actually, this is where the current situation works in your favor, and here's why. The UAE government is cracking on shell companies and informal financial networks. That sounds scary, but understand what it actually means. It means illegitimate operators are pushed out. It means the regulatory framework and environment is getting cleaner and more professional. For someone like you, someone setting up a legitimate company with real business operations, real employees, real service, or real products, This is actually protection. You're moving to an environment where the weak players and the bad actors have been eliminated. Think about it strategically. If you're competing against shell companies and grey market operators, there's a race to the bottom. But if those operators are being removed from the market, legitimate business faces less competition and enjoys more regulatory certainty. Your company formation is completely safe if you're doing it properly. In fact, proper formation is more valuable now because you're operating in a cleaner ecosystem. The government has signaled, we want real business, real tax compliance, real economic contribution. If you do this right, and this is what we help you with, you're not at the risk, you're protected. FAQ 5. What if there's another attack? This is probably the deepest fear, so let me address it directly. Dubai's critical infrastructure, airports, ports, power systems, communications is designed with redundancy built in. It's not centralized and vulnerable. It's distributed across multiple locations with multiple backup systems for multiple backup options. When the recent incident happened, yes, there was disruption. But look how quickly systems recovered. The airport reopened. The port resumed operations. Business continued. Why? Because there are backup systems designed exactly for scenarios like this. More importantly, your visa and your assets aren't tied to a single piece of infrastructure. Your property investment is real estate. It physically exists, regardless of what happens at the airport or the port. Your golden visa grants you residency and rights there that are protected by law, not dependent on any single facility. Could another incident happen? Geopolitical events can happen anywhere. But Dubai's response, infrastructure, its legal protection, and its economic diversity means that your position is actually protected. You're not betting on any single thing, you're betting on Dubai's institutional resilience, which has proven itself repeatedly. And frankly, asking, what if there's another attack, is like asking, what if there's another terrorist attack in New York or London? It's a valid concern that applies to most major cities. Dubai actually has better geographical diversification than most of other people and other countries. The risk isn't unique to Dubai. It's the cost of being in a major global city. Look, I know this is a lot of information. I know you've got questions. That's exactly why I created the free Golden Visa Guide. It walks you through every scenario, every option, every timeline based on your specific situation. Download it. Take 10 minutes. See where you actually stand. But here's what I want you to remember. The pattern is clear. The window is open, and every single person I know who understood this pattern and acted is now positioned for extraordinary growth. I'm Zeba Majita. I've been helping entrepreneurs and investors navigate Dubai for years. I've seen this cycle repeat 3 times. I know what happens next. If you found this video valuable, subscribe to the channel. I'm releasing more videos on Dubai strategy, golden visas, company formations, and international positions. Everything you need to make this decision intelligently. I'll see you in the next one.